Go live now. Of course, that does not mean that we are live. It means we could be live.
Is this? Oh God! Is this some sort of Schrodinger's podcast, and we're both live and not live at the same time? Or
Yes,
what's
exactly. Oh no, it says yes. We've been live for 22 seconds. It says live.
We have been.
We have been live now for 26 seconds. So.
And now for 27 seconds.
How does it feel to be live?
The entire show. We can just count the seconds and we're done. What a joyous occasion. How are you doing?
I am doing well. Eric in chat confirms we are live. We are live.
Should we all look behind us?
We should all look behind us.
Look at the view. Else is live or what? Like what's going on?
I can see behind me there, just by watching watching the camera. Okay. How is Canada? What's that?
Canada has been good. It has been all of a sudden it got a little colder, and now it was not bad at all. So now it got a little warmer. So whereas before it was warmer, and it got colder, and then it got warmer again.
I did see something. You went out for a hike and your hydration system froze up on you.
Yes. I had no idea. I mean, it's not magic. Obviously, when you have some sort of exposed water, it will freeze. But I had no idea that because it was not that I was on some.
Are you sure it's not magic?
Hike,
Are you sure?
Only 40 minutes. And I'm thinking about 20 minutes in, I was trying to take a sip, and I was sucking and sucking, and nothing happened. And I mean, like, what, that's embarrassing, Eric. It's embarrassing. So anyway, nothing.
It's so embarrassing that you had to make an Instagram video of it and share your embarrassment.
Surprised.
I was surprised that when water was in freezing weather, it froze. That is surprising.
Exactly. It wasn't surprising, but I thought it was close enough to me that it would. I mean, I radiate so much heat, being such a hot person, naturally, that I thought we would be safe. But it turned out that we were not, and
we were not.
Was not. So I was.
We're getting hello from Texas. We're getting hello from Colorado. We're getting good morning from Singapore, and a couple of people are saying that Steven's audio is low. Confirm for us, please. Is it only Steven? Because I actually hear him fine. You could talk, Steven, so that they could determine whether or not.
I have slid up the volume control on my microphone entirely, but I can potentially.
Yes, can't hear Steven. Steven, go louder. Can't hear Steven. So.
Okay, wait. Let me
continue talking. Give us a test. 1, 2, 3. Settings.
Settings. Audio and video. Microphone. Microphone is on. Yeah, it's on. I mean, I can't put it more on than it is.
Where is it in relation to your mouth?
That's a rather personal question, but we've already talked about me sucking and nothing happening, so I suppose this is a logical next step. I am about 8 inches away. It's about 8 inches away from my mouth.
Apparently your audio is low, but the loudness of your shirt makes up for it.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Yes. I think, if I am not mistaken, and I could be, you were using headphones last time we did this. And the headphones probably had a microphone that worked better.
I think that's rather because this is an external microphone. This is supposed to be a pretty good microphone. So I think will make me sound.
Can you tap
crappy.
that microphone a little bit? I don't think you're using that microphone.
Well, damn it.
Because I heard you tapping it, but not like you were tapping a microphone. Isn't the green room fun, people? What's everybody saying?
Well, my Skype tells me that I am. No, I think you're right. Even though it says I'm using this microphone, it says I am, but when I tap it, nothing shows up. But when I speak.
Well, there's some. What kind of device are you using, Becky? Yes, I live in the U.S. Okay, if you put your face closer, hold your microphone away and talk to your surface. Are you whispering? Who is Eric? I'm Eric.
I'm Eric. We're both
We're
Eric.
both Erics.
E in my SBRE stands for Eric, so we are both Eric. Now, is this clearer?
No, it's not. So now put your mouth over by the...
Is this clearer?
Yes, that is the microphone you're using.
I'm
but
using this microphone.
you're proud.
Should I do it like
Apparently,
this
you're going to have to
all
use
night?
it just like that all night.
Well, how about I take rather a thick book?
Did you or did you not use headphones with the microphone last time we did this?
How about now?
I don't know. Let's ask the audience. Why don't you give us a
Yes, audience.
soliloquy or something?
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Audience, can he be heard? Apparently, I sound fine, so I'll just do this show without you.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's always me.
You're muffled. Where are your headphones, Stephen?
I can get the headphones.
Get the headphones. Let's try that. You take a walk. I will entertain everyone. Any questions in here? Sing. We're supposed to sing. No, don't sing. We don't want Stephen singing. Oh, check the gain setting in the mic or the mixer. Does the mic have a gain setting on it?
How the hell should I know? It's just a microphone. I mean, can press this button. Is this better? Hello, this is me. I'm going to talk about something incredibly interesting.
Well, you sound different, but no louder for me.
Because I'm an inch away from my microphone. And Skype tells me I'm using this microphone, so I find it very hard to believe that this is not working.
Oh, you can be heard. It's just very low. It's just very low, Stephen.
Well, that's weird. It's all the way up. Like, this is as loud as it gets.
Suddenly you got louder for a second.
I think, if anything, I think it is Skype or the software we're using. I don't think it's the microphone.
Oh.
Because I'm currently this far away from my microphone. It is this far away from my mouth. So I don't think, and its volume is completely up.
Okay.
I can look in the settings, but I don't think I can.
No, I think not to belabor the point, but you should probably try your headphones.
Yes, I can do that. I'll do that right now. They're Bluetooth, so they need to connect for just 1 second.
I think they've already connected. You suddenly sound a little different for me.
They are now connected.
All right, give us another soliloquy.
However, I don't hear you through them, so I don't know if they're connected to the right device. Oh my god. They have connected to... Oh, but that's probably because of the speakers and the things... Let me see here. 1 second. You say something. Oh yeah, I just heard you sip. So I know that
Okay, I'm coming through your ears.
But now about my microphone. I'm still using the same microphone. Do I sound any different? Okay, now I will switch to my headphones.
Okay, now there is a big difference, but I don't know if it's going to translate to a difference in volume. So speak, please.
Oh, that's just wonderful, except now I can't hear you.
Can you read my lips?
Yeah, say something.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay.
How do I sound?
Well, I can understand you. I don't know if you're any louder. You can hear me swallow. I'll stop drinking. It's not Diet Coke and gin this time because I have to drive after this. It's just water. Button on the back of the mic, someone says. No change? Not really, still low.
It may be a matter of people may have to up their volume a bit because I can't...
Apparently my voice is booming.
Well, yeah. I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm now using a microphone that is basically in my head. So if it's still not loud enough, I don't know what else to do. Like, this is as close as it's going to get. And I can't, like, Skype does not allow me to turn up the volume of my microphone.
No, I can see that.
So, unfortunately, this may be what we have.
I think you should probably go back to your other microphone
Because I think that with this microphone, I'm going to sound even grainier than I
You
will
do
be if I'm
sound,
soft through the other microphone.
yeah, you do sound grainier. It's worse with this microphone.
I know. And now I'm back to the old microphone.
Yeah, and you sound kind of far away.
How about now?
How about now?
Well, I mean, now my mouth is against my microphone.
No, there's a terrible problem here, Stephen. Terrible problem.
Well, damn it.
Damn it.
Um,
I'm booming, and you sound like you're standing 10 feet away from your microphone, and I can see your mouth is right on it.
it is right on it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, I'm also not whispering. I can talk louder if it helps everyone, then I'd be happy to do the entire show like this.
You probably could
Is it
too.
now clearer? Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Because I don't think anything beyond that is an option at this point. I'm just saying.
Were you using your Surface last month?
Yes,
And were you using this microphone last month?
maybe. I don't remember. Look, it's very easily settled.
The microphone's gone. People, trust me, you never have to see this again. Don't worry.
Okay, so what? This
Fine.
is now the microphone from your Surface?
No, this is now, it's now reverted to. I'll also take off the headphones, but I need to disconnect them for 1 second, and then because the Bluetooth they don't allow me to disconnect.
Shouting doesn't help, apparently.
The headphones are now disconnected. I'm now using the...
Now you're not using anything. I hear nothing. You were muted.
I can now hear. I couldn't hear you before. How do I sound now?
It's worse. It's worse.
Well, actually, wait a minute. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I'm now using the microphone that is built into the Surface.
All right.
It's 8 inches from my face, as you can see, because I'm very
Yes,
up close and personal.
up close and personal.
I don't have any headphones. I'm not using that microphone. The microphone is crying on the floor. So this is what we have right now. So how does it sound at this point in time? Let me make sure we get this.
We'll have to.
How does that sound?
It takes just a few seconds for everything to get out to everyone and for people to respond. So we will give it a little bit of time, and people will let us know how this particular microphone works.
Yes, let's.
This is why pros test before broadcast. We did the testing. It didn't work.
Well, I think it worked fine until people said it didn't.
I'm getting much better. Better, a little better. It's better. Better frequency response, but low volume. Better.
For the record, there is no, because you have the streaming software, there is no way on your end to modulate my sound, right? Because I mean, because I mean, I Skype with people all the time with this microphone. I've never had the issue that I couldn't be heard or my volume was low. So I don't know if it's anything in the external software or it's not YouTube, because I don't think YouTube allows you to set the volume.
No, and I have literally not opened this program since the last time we streamed a month ago. So I have changed absolutely nothing on this end. I can apparently hang up on you.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give. I have one idea. Bear with me for 1 second. I mean, this is all screwed up anyway, so
Yes.
it doesn't matter at this point. Just hang in there.
What the hell just happened?
I'm gonna try one thing. I have now switched to my old microphone. Okay. Do you like me now? Am I now louder? How about now? How do you like me now? Is this louder? Can you now hear me?
I can hear you.
Is it any better, though?
We're going to have to wait for the responses.
Well, we're going to wait and see. And I have to admit, I just can't wait to hear if it's any better now. Silence broadcast.
Silence broadcast. Apparently that's all we've got.
My old friend, I've come to talk with you again.
Not the microphone, no. It's not on
It
your
does
end,
nothing.
history. It's low. No.
Well, here's the thing.
Worse than before.
I'm now using this microphone again. I used a manual override on Skype. It is now on 10 out of 10 loudness. So if this didn't fix it, I don't think it's on my end. It has a manual setting. As you can see here, it's all the way up. I can put it all the way up.
Yes, thank
Ain't
you.
gonna get any louder than this.
Thank you for proving that.
Oh yes. Proof of principle, as the kids say.
Okay, try again, Stephen. Give us your soliloquy.
Once upon a time, in a very, very dark forest, two assholes were playing around with a microphone. How about that? Does it get any better?
Well, I muted myself a couple of times, Rob, and I've turned up everything I can see to turn up. Does the mic need a battery? We're getting lots of help here.
No, the microphone does not have a battery. It plugs into the USB port on the device, and it works fine, as is. In fact, I've just recorded a video with the very same microphone, and there were no issues whatsoever.
Well, we picked the perfect title for this show, didn't we?
I think so. And I do think that this was very valuable.
Very valuable. What do you suggest? It's your channel. I really don't want to record a program where you can't be heard.
How about now? How
What?
do I sound now?
Raspy, but you're coming through to my ears loudly.
Raspy.
Raspy.
Raspy. Hello. Hello, boys and girls. It's Uncle Steve.
Yeah. I'm not sure what you did there.
I increased the... Sorry. I said I increased the volume on the microphone. Now it decreased it, so let me try this. Do you hear? I'm going to try, because now I have to admit, it's been a long time I've had this much fun, so I'm going to try this. I'm going to produce a continuous sound, and I'm going to reduce the volume of the microphone as I'm doing it. And then you tell me if the volume gets any lower. Are we ready?
We are ready.
Are we ready?
We are
Because
ready.
I want to know this, and I need to see this figured out right here, right now. Here we go. Are we ready? Are you sitting comfortably? Then I shall begin. Now listen carefully. That's it.
What did you just do when you said that's it? Because you're very loud at that.
I started off. This is the setting the microphone was on, the volume setting. And now, this is the louder setting that the microphone is on. It's
Okay.
now, again, on 10 out of 10. It cannot get any louder than this.
All right.
So I wonder, how does it sound?
Well, we'll wait for an answer for that. But your experiment there, yes, you faded away as you decreased the volume.
Well, then it's doing something.
Yes.
Tiptoe through the window, by the window, that is where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the window.
The hearing test.
Me.
Is this an exercise in stoicism?
Yes.
It got quieter. No, markedly better. Okay, we're getting barely usable. Yeah, I don't really want to record something that's barely usable. Can you imagine? I'm this is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And yet you can hear me.
I can hear you.
So I wonder if it is not on our end then. If you can hear me. I mean, we are recording what you hear.
One would think, yes.
One would assume.
Yes, it's like working from home in a conference call. Now, see,
Now, I will say, what is strange is that my microphone setting, the volume, keeps going down. So right now, I turned it to 10, and as I was talking, Skype turned it to 8, probably because 10 is too loud.
Well, I do notice that you spike occasionally, and now I can hear myself coming through your microphone. So something has changed.
I think it's Skype. But here's an idea, because we didn't have this issue before.
No.
Is it is it at all possible for you to hang up and call me back and see what happens? I know that probably disrupts the entire stream. So
I can hang up and I can call you back, but I can't get the stream back. That's the problem.
Well, then. Well, let me
Although-
see, because there was a setting that said something along the lines of automatically adjust volume. Let me see if I can turn that off. Automatically adjust microphone settings, but that's actually off. It's not on, and yet Skype keeps turning my microphone to about, on a scale from 1 to 10, to about 7.5 or so.
Try turning it on. See what happens.
Now it is on.
Okay.
Now I no longer have control over the volume.
All right.
So now Skype determines what the volume is, but it seemed to do that anyway. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. It did that anyway, because every time I put it to 10, it went back to 7.5.
Hate when that happens.
We'll see what happens. I mean, I can see myself. I can also see that as I am talking, there are about 20 bars that just fill up with volume as I talk as an indicator. And I see that every time I'm in about 18 or 19 out of 20. So it sounds to me like it is quite loud.
All right. Well, you've spoken enough. Someone says it's gotten better. We'll wait for a few more comments. See where this leads. And someone said, "Holy shit, you're there now."
Well, yeah.
But someone else says the same. William says it's the same. Don't touch it. King says don't touch it. Better 7 than 3. No difference in sound.
It could be people's individual devices, right? It is just, I'm just putting it out there. It could be differences in individual volume settings and devices. It's a possibility.
We hear you both. It's perfectly fine, and it's good enough to continue. It's not better. It's intelligible. I can hear Stephen. It sounds like you've got an intermittent short. That is true. Tinfoil on the head would help, Stephen. Try that. Our green room usually lasts about 10 minutes, and then at the top of the hour we start a show. The green room lasted 10 minutes. At the top of the hour we started a real show. Like, what the hell's going on here? And we're now 15 minutes into the hour. Do you wish to continue, Dr. Brown?
I think we should. I think we should live on the edge.
All right, let's live on the edge. I mean, it's a little late to say this now, but if you're watching this video, jump ahead.
Don't worry about it. Whatever you're watching, to be honest, at this point, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Just go along with the flow. It's fine. We're all making this up as we go, so don't worry about it.
We came up with this idea just after we finished the December 31st year in review. We said, let's do January in review. What the hell just happened? And little did we know at the time that nothing was going to happen in the month of January 2021.
True.
True. Nothing
Well,
happened.
that was it then. We've
That was
spent
it.
10 minutes frolicking with
Thanks
our
for
microphones,
joining
and
us.
now we are done.
We're
Thank you so
we're
much
out of
for
here
watching.
now.
We'll see you next month. Maybe the video won't work that time. Who knows? Like, it's a big surprise.
It's as if we've never done this before.
I know. We're amateurs.
Yeah, one of us is,
Exactly.
at least. What happened in January? What the hell happened in January, Stephen? Tell me.
It started on January 1st. I remember that was the start
Yes,
of
that was
January.
the start of January,
And then it continued until January 31st.
which would be
And
today.
30 days later, then it ended, which is now.
But we did get a hello from Singapore. So they must already be in February. So
Yes.
they could tell us more about how January finished.
Yes, how it's going to unfold. Yeah. No, it's been quite good. I mean, it's been as I said in the green room when things seem to still work. It was initially here. It was a little warmer, then it got colder, and then it got warmer again.
We had weather, in other words. Interesting. We had weather.
I have seen gas prices fluctuate quite a bit this month. We have received new orders that slowly there's going to be a reopening of specific things in the province, and that may continue to lead to more things reopening, but it may also not, depending on how things develop. I all found that incredibly exciting. I have had just this week 3 examinations that I had to grade. It was a lot of work, but also always a lot of fun.
This is something for which they pay you, though, correct?
It is indeed.
Okay.
So there is little for me to complain about in that regard. Plus, I do actually think it is fun. I have seen I would say relatively spuriously have I seen wildlife this month. I have seen more wildlife in the previous month. Oh, do you have a new pen?
No, I'm not trying to change the subject. I'm reading comments while you're just going on and on and on about wildlife and frozen water and exams.
There isn't much else to say here, I think.
Yes, I am streaming to you live from Anderson Pens in Appleton, Wisconsin. I thought the background would be nice. And yes, I can grab a few pens here. I don't have keys to any of the cases.
Well, you can just use a shoe and just break the glass, Eric. It's not a big issue.
I do have, I could probably break the glass with something.
There you go. Problem solved.
Gas prices here are creeping up. There is still a pandemic on. There's a new president. There was a storming of the Capitol.
I saw that.
I don't know how Canada is doing with the vaccination plan. Are you all getting vaccinated?
In this particular province, things are being rolled out quite slowly, but we're not under a full lockdown, whereas some other provinces, i.e. Ontario, are. So slowly but steadily, but more slowly than I suppose steadily. But yeah, things are happening. There are vaccinations going down, as I understand it. It's just a little mysterious. How about over there?
Well, I suppose people are getting vaccinated. I can't find out where. I'm not even on the tier that is allowed to get a vaccination yet. When that happens, I'll certainly get a vaccination. But it does seem like a slow start to what they really had a long time to plan for.
That's a need to know basis, Eric.
And I don't need to know.
And you don't need to know.
I don't need to know.
That's the answer, isn't it? It's how government things work.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Is this really is, I suppose, how government things work. But so we're just still waiting patiently for the next step. What can you do? Can't do anything except wait and try to be safe.
One day.
One day,
It'll happen.
one day this will all be over, I imagine.
I imagine.
Has to be.
Either it will be or we'll all be dead. So, I mean, there's one or two ways. If we're talking about exercises
well,
and stoicism, these are the two ways out, aren't they? So, I mean, it's not really like it's, you know.
It will be over, one way or the other, yes.
I think so.
Built-in microphone movie. I'm still looking for settings. In other news, pen-related news, as you know, Dr. Manfred Lamy passed away.
Yes.
Dr. Manfred Lamy was 84. He was the son of the founder of Lamy, Joseph Lamy, who founded Lamy in 1930, who had previously been working for Parker Pen Germany, and the rest is history.
What a fountain of knowledge!
What a fountain of knowledge! It's almost
What
as
a
if
fountain of
almost as if I looked it up before we talked.
No, you knew it from the top of your head. I know.
When was the Lamy 2000 released?
1964.
Close, 1966.
See, I knew it was something in the 60s.
What was the first color Safari released?
I think it was blue.
No,
I think it was red.
it was Savannah Green, which they're bringing back. If you've seen the Savannah Green and the Terracotta, that
I have.
Should be coming out next month at some point.
I think this is just another illustration of the great Marco Pierre White's words that we do not live in an age of invention, but in an age of refinement. Instead of just coming up with something new, we just take what we already have. We say, oh, we did it before. Let's try and do it again, but a little bit better.
Just a little bit better. Well, these look identical to the originals that were from the 80s. And Rob wants to know if we've each purchased one of the new Parker 51s. And I'm pretty sure that neither one of us have because they're not quite out yet. The re-release of the Parker 51 was supposed to happen a few months ago. They delayed it, and now apparently it's coming out in February. We will see.
Is it a cartridge converter?
Of course.
I thought it was, right?
Yeah.
I know that the original had the aerometric.
Well, the original was the vacuumatic. And
yes.
Then they switched to the aerometric.
Aerometric.
But it is 2021.
So just to keep up, can we say vacuumatic, aerometric, convertometric, just to get sort of
They should have done something like that.
Continuation going.
But they didn't. Oh, Rob says he pre-purchased at Leywines. So everybody go to Leywines and pre-purchase.
Very nice. I think that's great. And I personally couldn't really care less about the Parker 51 because I don't really like the model. I fully understand the historical significance. I just don't. It's not really my type of pen.
Well, I don't much care for, with some caveats, hooded nibs. And the Parker 51 is extremely hooded. I really like the Lamy 2000, and that has a hooded nib, but not nearly as hooded. Miss Marilyn Darling reminds us that the new Parker 51 is going to be a screw cap, which is a huge difference aside from the filling system.
So new filling system, new cap.
Yes.
No hooded nib.
It's going to have a hooded nib.
That's what you say, but I haven't. Show me. Because I have to take your word for it, Eric. I'm not sure if I can trust you.
Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Settings, I don't trust anyone anymore.
You should not trust me. Not at all.
No, I'm just joking. No, I mean, I think it's very interesting. I think it's a very interesting call to bring that pen back, and I think it's going to make a lot of people very happy because it's a very popular model. It's not like there aren't 500 billion of them on the aftermarket, but I mean, if you want, it's nice for collectors and such. It's a very collectible pen, so I think it's a very interesting choice, really.
Yeah. Now they do have. There'll be a gold nib model and a steel nib model, and the steel nib model is very affordable. I think it's going to be around $100. The gold nib, not so much affordable. I think it's around $250. Don't quote me on those. I just made those up as I was talking to you.
Can we quote you on these numbers?
Yes, you may quote me, especially when I say don't quote me on this. I think if you're going to spend, I don't know, I haven't seen the pens, but if I were going to spend $250, I'd go get a real one, an original, a vintage.
Yeah.
Because you can get a very nice one for that.
With a volume setting.
with a volume setting, with maybe Vacuumatic,
Who knows?
certainly Aerometric, and a slip cap.
Archromatic
A slip
is
cap.
also- Slip cap. Yeah, that's an interesting choice. But seriously, because I'm obviously being belligerent and jokey here, but I don't. I think it's an interesting choice to have a screw-on cap on that.
Yeah, they didn't call me and ask my opinion, and they didn't tell me why, which is unfortunate.
Those bastards.
Federico reminds us and tells us that Yost at Appleboom has video of this actual pen. Apparently he got some and made a video of it.
I will ask him to see if he can send me one, ideally of both.
Videos?
And steel. Of Yost. Yost, if you're watching,
Yost, if
send
you're
Eric and
watching.
I a Golden Ed Parker 51, and we shall review it for you. There will be no charge.
No charge whatsoever. We could even compare them to originals.
Yeah.
Anything else in the pen world? I saw Edelstein's Ink of the Year. Don't know if you saw that.
Isn't it a brown?
It's a golden barrel.
Yeah.
It's golden, and they put golden flakes or sparkles in it.
I think what happened here is quite clear. They saw the success of SBA rebrowning. They thought we need to get in on a piece of the action. Let's do a brown ink this year. Let's do something a little golden. Oh yeah, it's gold ink of the year. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, but they put the sparkles in it too, and sparkles are hot. Sparkles.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody's wanting the sparkles. When are you going to add sparkles?
Nobody knows why, but yeah, that's true.
When are you going to add sparkles to SBRE Brown?
I wanted to do a specific run called SBRE Brown Goes to the Disco, and then have sparkles in it, but it was rejected.
By whom?
Don't count on it.
Who rejected
Shame
it? Who rejected it? I thought you were the one who decided what was
the
what.
people who have to sell it.
Oh, said no, we don't want to sell it.
Yes.
But if it has your name on it, it'll sell.
I know. Yeah, I know. Did you know that if you order 10 bottles right now, you get a free microphone?
I didn't know that. Becky White in comments says, I misunderstood the comment. She says, brown is ugly. I think that's pretty offensive. Now, come on.
It's not. It's the lighting.
Apparently, she's talking about an ink color.
No,
Maybe.
no.
Maybe she meant to be ambiguous like that.
Maybe.
Mark Collins doesn't like sparkles. What else has sparkles? Oh, Sailor's Pen of the Year 2021 is a red pen with sparkles on it. Don't know if you've seen a picture of that one.
No.
No, okay. It's a
in
1911.
general, I'm not really a massive fan of sparkles on anything. That's just my opinion. I mean, I just don't.
No,
I don't
you're
really
entitled
like-
to your likes and dislikes, yeah.
Yes, I don't really.
So
No.
when you say you're not a fan, you mean you don't even look at pictures?
I can look at the Sailor. What did you say? Pen of the Year.
Sailor Pen of the Year 2021.
Let me have a quick.
Yes,
look.
Becky. I understood you. Finally, I understood you meant the ink color, not Dr. Brown himself.
I will admit, I do think that is a pretty Sailor.
The red one with the sparkles?
Yeah,
Well, it's the pen of the year.
it is the Pen of the Year.
North
I
American
think it-
exclusive, I understand.
Exclusive to whom?
North America exclusive.
Oh, well, then I don't even have to look. Oh wait, I am in North America.
Yes, you are.
I still thought of myself as a European there for 1 second. Okay, yeah, no, that's interesting. Then I may have to
Pay attention.
con someone out of one.
Call someone out. Well, North American exclusive. Your usual supply chain doesn't work. Peter. Talk
There
to
are
Peter.
ways.
Talk to Peter. Talk to Peter.
There are ways.
Something we're not supposed to know about in North America is the Lamy Dialogue CC, the next iteration of their dialogue. And no one in the States is talking about them, but everyone in Europe is talking about them. It's a white one and a blue one.
And what's different about them? Just the colors?
No, they have a slightly different shape on the end, but But the blue one, it does look pretty. They did. I'm pretty sure it's a Bauhaus blue.
Nice.
Probably a slightly brighter blue than their Lamy 2000 Bauhaus, which was such a dark blue, everybody thought it was black.
Yeah, that's true. Interesting. I'm not a massive. I'm really bitching about everything tonight, but I'm not a massive fan of the dialogue just because it's so heavy.
And
It's so big and so heavy.
what? Excuse me. That's what I usually say about the pen too, but it doesn't sound right coming from you because you have an emperor.
But it's not heavy.
You think the emperor doesn't weigh as much as the dialogue?
No, because the dialogue has all that metal in it. Like it weighs you down. Like it's and you also like there have been people who were carrying that pen
Here
and
we
who got
go.
lost in the woods because they kept veering to one side and they kept going in circles and then they died. No,
Did
it was dreadful.
did the ink
But
in it
beyond
freeze?
that, no, and the Emperor I find is actually comfortable, but the dialogue being just so featureless, it doesn't have anything to hold on to.
So
Well,
featureless.
it's just like a tube, isn't it?
Yes, it is like a
there's
tube,
no section,
and it
there's
is
no
kind of
anything.
girthy. But
Very girthy.
But so is the emperor. The emperor is pretty girthy.
Yeah, but the Emperor has a section that tapers down. This
doesn't.
dialogue
Right,
is
it's just like a test
a
tube.
It's basically if I were to take this, let's make sure it's good. I dip this in ink and I try to write with it, like you have a dialogue free. I mean, it doesn't work. Just saying.
Just saying. What kind of pen? Did you see any pen in January that caught your eye that you?
Yeah, I got two. I got to show you two.
Oh,
right
okay.
here. They're not
You
even
got
expensive.
pens.
I got two pens. One was sent to me by Pen Chalet and one by Goldspot. This is a Platinum Prefounte,
Okay.
and the Prefounte is like a Preppy but with a metal clip. But beyond that, it looks a lot like a Preppy to me.
Oh, very much so. Yeah.
And it's nice. Moving on, then we have this. It's a Sailor Compass.
Okay.
It's very clear.
Very clear. Clearly clear.
Very clear. And it's, I would say, about the size. I don't have one for comparison here, but it's about the size of a 1911, the regular. It's not the biggest of pens.
No.
But it pulls. And it's affordable.
Right.
It's less than $50.
The compasses are affordable.
Which I thought was nice. And it has a clear feed, which you can't see because it looks black.
Because
there's
it's got
black
ink
in it. But in reality, it's a clear feed. It's the charm of a clear feed, right? It takes on the color of whatever ink you put in it.
That is
So
the
in this
charm
case,
of it,
black
yes.
ink, black feed. Kind of fun. Anyway, I thought it was kind of nice. That's it.
That's
What
it.
about you?
Did you purchase any pens in January?
No, I haven't purchased a pen in a long time.
No.
No, I just I just con people out of pens now. So no, but I mean these companies sent to me, which is fantastic. But there is nothing that has really caught my eye recently. Although that Sailor was nice, the red one. I do like that.
I don't think I didn't buy a pen in January.
Oh, there you go.
I bought a pencil though, a Lamy 2000, because I found out it came in a 0.5 millimeter, and that's my preferred. I already had one, but it was 0.7, and it's just too broad of a nib ink lead for me. So I had to get the finer one. But
Do you have this on your person?
no.
But interesting, a 2000 pencil. I mean, I probably knew, but I don't think I've ever seen one. I've ever held one.
It looks very much like a Lamy 2000 fountain pen without the
Yes.
cap. It's
That cap, yeah.
same design. Same
Yeah.
design.
Fascinating.
Sunbury Boy would like to know where he can buy your ink, Stephen.
No milk today. My love has gone away. As I understand the situation, Akkerman in the Netherlands, who is the supplier of the ink, has the ink, but because of the pandemic, their shipments of bottles have been extremely delayed, and as a result, they simply have nothing to put it in.
All right, so
So until they have a new shipment of empty bottles. They won't be able to sell any. Now, there are some people, I think the last man on earth who had pre-bottled SBRE brown ink was Peter Leywine of Leywines in Toronto, but he only had 3 a couple days ago, and a few people went that way. So I don't know if he has any left. There is ink. It will be available again, but in a pandemic world, things are a little harder.
But Ackerman in The Hague has it, but not the bottles. So
Well, they have jerry cans of the ink.
right,
but
could
I
you
don't
could
think
you
they
could you
have
purchase
bottles.
could you purchase a jerry can of it if you so desire? You'd have to talk to Paul, I suppose.
If you wanted to have 5 liters of it,
Yeah.
then I might be willing to sell you one.
Who doesn't need 5 liters of SBRE brown ink?
Yeah, it's a fair question. May as well invest.
But, like Becky says, brown is ugly.
Yeah.
Your brown ink though isn't really. I don't want to say it's pure brown. It's got some reddish to it, as I recall. I liked it.
Well,
I don't have any right now.
The fun thing about my ink is that Parker Penman Sapphire was the most sought after ink ever. And
Until
then my ink came along.
gotcha.
And then everything changed. So I don't. I'm just joking. Obviously, I like it because it is a light brown. Very dark browns can be a bit intense or can look almost black. But I think that this is kind of a golden brown that I think.
Are you in possession of any of your own ink?
I am.
Oh, okay. So Rob wants to know if you'll deliver. He's only 650 kilometers away.
It's true. It could probably be done. I could take a fat bike and just cycle over on the snow, and it could happen.
Yeah, Rob agrees. 2 gallons of ink would be fun.
See? It could be done.
It could be done. Well, I'll let you two work out the details on that.
Snowshoes.
And well, is he going to use a... wait a minute. You going to wear snowshoes and ride a fat bike at the same time? Because this I would probably want to see.
Be prepared. You don't know what's going to happen. If the fat bike gets a flat tire...
You have to walk.
Pow, pow.
Pow, pow.
You need to be prepared.
Got anything else for me?
Well, did you know
Probably not.
that, because I did a video on this, that January 30th, 2011...
Oh, yeah.
I
I was
uploaded
hoping.
my first ever video.
I was hoping you were going to mention that.
Fountain pen video.
There were videos. Oh yeah, prior to there was something else going on in your life.
They're really not worth watching.
No.
They're not.
Don't you think that because it's been 10 years, it's probably time for you to make a new intro video? Because on the very rare occasion that I go to youtube.com/sbrebrown, there's a very young Steven video that starts talking to me.
I know. I probably should record a new video. And it should. Yeah. I agree. It's now after 10 years. It's probably because that video is not exactly 10 years old, but it's not a whole lot younger either. So yeah, I agree. It should be young and flashy and modern. Hello. It's
you try that.
Brown. I'm going to tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Go away. How about that? That could be a snappy intro.
Well, you do that. You do that, and let me know because otherwise I won't see it.
No, I think, but seriously, I think that's actually a very good idea because that is an old video. Old.
No, don't delete it. It should still be somewhere in your timeline. We should be able to go back a decade and say, "Oh, he's aged," or "Oh, look at Steve."
Look at him. Oh, he aged poorly. My God. I will say one thing. I did not have... So what I gained in hair here, I seem to have lost in hair here over the years. So it's inversely proportional what's going on here. So that's...
well, the hairline is one of the ways you can tell a person's age. And
well, no kidding.
You're...
It's happening.
I forget how old you are.
Man, I don't even remember how old I am. That's how old I am. So this is the future. I'm just saying, be prepared.
Be prepared. Well, yeah, we're prepared. Whatever happens.
I will say this though. I'm in all reality, Eric, and this is a very serious moment. I am actually 35 years old, and on February 23rd, full on Incarimo, letters blasting away everywhere, all over the world. I'll be turning 30. I said 20, but I meant
20.
36.
I'll be turning 30. 36.
36, man.
Only 36?
What happened? Yeah, isn't it old enough? Yes, 36. No, but I mean, yeah. But think of all the times. Think of the things. Do you
Wait a second.
remember
Wait a
this?
second. Wait a second. Wait a second. You're only 36. How old were you when we went to DC?
I was funny that you should mention it because I was just about to say that. Do you understand that when we saw each other in DC for the first time? Now this is Grandpa telling a story. That was 2012.
Okay.
2012.
12.
Next year, August. This is my symbol for time passing.
So-
Next year, August. That's going to be a decade.
So you were in your 20s then?
Yeah.
That's hard to
I
believe.
know I looked like I was in my 40s because that's what you're thinking. But in reality, I was only in my 20s.
Padrino in the comments turns 44 tomorrow, so we will wish you a
very happy birthday.
happy early birthday. Born on, that would be what, February Fool's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
1, 2.
36. Yes, you mentioned something, Incarimo, did you say?
Yeah, what's that again?
What, I was going to ask you to remind me.
Oh, yes. I think Incarimo is the day. No, it's a month, isn't it?
Does it have to
It's a
be
month
Professor Tarkman Dangleberry?
day.
Is that
Yeah,
what-
because I remember we had this very fun occasion once in Leiden when one evening we recorded a
Oh,
video
yeah.
to endorse. These were the days.
They're
man.
still
Those
there,
were
you
the
know.
days.
They're still there. The videos.
And no, Incarimo, very fun endeavor come up with by some asshole where you just write a letter. Sorry, it's Eric's idea. You write a letter every day for the month of February, and it's a lot of fun. You can write to all kinds of people. It can be a note, it can be a card, it can be on a piece of toilet paper. You can write something to someone, and you mail it or you hand deliver it.
Boy, you know it. Yeah. You've got all the details.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It could even be a Post-it note with something
Can you
handwritten to someone else and
Could
delivered.
be on this.
Could be.
Doesn't matter.
Could be on that.
Tiny. So yeah. So it's fun.
And that starts tomorrow.
And that starts tomorrow.
Or
the
today
entire
if you're
month
in
of February.
Singapore.
Or today, yes.
Yeah, or today. That's right. In some parts of the world, it's already Incarimo.
It's already Incarimo.
Wow.
Happy Incarimo.
Happy Incarimo, everybody. That's all I've got, Brown. That's all I've got.
And then you write a letter, and then you send it,
You said that already. You're going to add more to this?
and then someone receives it.
Is there a
And maybe-
website? Is there a website you can go to for
Yes,
more information?
It's penisland.com.
Have you ever gone there?
No, definitely not. No.
Sure. That's what they all say, Brown.
So good. It's no. What is it? Incarimo.org or .com? What is it?
Either one works, actually.
Oh,
Either one. I think it's
Oh,
.org, but com will take you there too. So, Incarimo. How the heck do you spell Incarimo, and what does it mean?
it stands for
Oh,
International. No, not cocaine. No, what was it? International Correspondence Writing Month.
Incarimo.
Yes, it's an abbreviation.
All right.
I don't think it's quite. Is it an acronym?
No,
No, it's not
It's
really.
an abbreviation.
Yeah, I would say an abbreviation. That would
It's
be
a
my guess.
conglomeration, an amalgamation. It's a
Yes.
it's a mess.
Yeah, it's just.
But it's fun to say. Incarimo.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
It is. Incarimo, I could say it all night.
Well,
If only people could hear me.
if only people could hear you.
But I mean, in theory, I could be saying it all night.
You probably will be, since it's the
I will be.
Incarimo Eve is what it is.
This is it.
This is it.
Oh, Incarimo, start to write your letter.
Anyway, as I was saying, I have nothing else to say.
No, I had a lot to say, but I can't be heard, so it doesn't really matter.
Well-
I would say that in this case, we curtail our activities and call it a night.
We should definitely try this again when we have better equipment
Yeah.
and maybe some show notes.
Well, I think this was a lot of fun. I mean, look, if we're going to be doing this every month,
It's a big if at this point.
Forget about the technical aspect of this, which is clearly non-functional. although we never had issues, but it is now. That's fine. If we're going to do this every month and evaluate every month, there's not going to be massive amount of things to talk about every month. Sometimes it may be short, sometimes it may be long. Who knows?
Yes, that's true.
I mean, you don't know. This is excitement. Like, who are they going to be talking about this month? I don't know. Maybe it's going to be 30 seconds. Yeah, well, nothing happened. What happened to you? Nothing. I don't know. What to you? Nothing. I don't know. Well, goodbye. Good night. Hope that was fun.
We had some weather, though. It was cold.
Yes.
Well, first it was warm, then it was cold, and then it got warm again.
And then warm again. So you have this natural fluctuation. You know, it's so interesting.
Yeah, so interesting. So we'll probably do it again. I'm sorry, audience.
end of
We'll
February.
probably do this again.
And
you'll be a
one
year
of the
older.
charms of February is that you'll see us sooner than in any other month.
Yes, that's true. Than in any
You
other
won't
month.
be able to hear us.
Oh,
You
you?
can see us
They can
sooner.
hear me.
Well, that's the most
They
important.
can hear me just fine. Yeah, I'm the reason they showed up. Anyway, good night, Dr. Brown. Thank you very
Yes.
much.
Good
was
night.
was a pleasure. Pleasure being here with you. I'll see you next month.
Yeah, you will.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.